Hey everyone. So today I wanted to talk about graduation, because obviously this is the time of year when a lot of people graduate from high school and college, and you go to graduation parties and commencement ceremonies, and I'm just kind of in that spirit. In honor of that, I wear my Ohio University shirt because I'm just that awesome. Okay, so it's funny because I think back, like, in my own life. In case you guys didn't know, I'm 17. So I just finished my junior year of high school, but the way that I did high school was a little bit different from most people. And I'll explain that. Um, Basically, in high school, I did a lot of extra classes, a lot of extra work, summer classes, stuff like that, and I finished, like, pretty much all my credits except, like, math. And I was planning on actually graduating early from high school, like a year to a year and a half early from high school, more probably a year and a half early, and but instead, what I basically do now is I go and I do a program. It's called post-secondary, and basically I go to a community college and I get credits for high school and for college. But the high school stuff's kind of meaningless now, and it has been kind of this year too, because a lot of the classes I've taken I haven't even needed for high school. I took them because I wanted to take them, or I needed them for my degree or whatever. Okay, so got that point out of the way. So I kind of wanted to graduate from high school. Like, I've like wanted to be done with high school from the day I started. So I basically did everything in my power to make that happen. It just never really was for me. I never really like felt like I fit in high school. I didn't really enjoy it or enjoy any, like, the activities or the atmosphere, and I didn't really go to, like, the dances or anything like that. I was never really I wouldn't even say it was really like a part of my high school, just because I didn't really do anything with the high school. It's like from the day I was a freshman, I really was just ready to graduate, and I was like, I don't want to, be doing high school. I don't like high school. Um, so yeah, so now I'm not doing it anymore, basically. For me personally, I didn't enjoy it, obviously. I wouldn't say it was like a sucky experience. Like, in some ways it was, but I didn't have any, like, particular things that happened or something that made me not like high school. Like, I just didn't really like it, if that makes sense. Um, so I just wanted to graduate and be done with it and all that. But now, like, I think about next year, I'm gonna be done with high school, or like, kind of complicated with my situation, but yeah, done with high school, and going to college and stuff. Like, that's gonna be what I'm doing next year. At this time, I'm gonna be the one graduating, and it's weird because I'm almost, like, afraid. Like, I'm almost scared to graduate. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm not ready for this, or it's gonna be like, so scary going out on my own and living on my own now and stuff. But it's funny, and I just thought that was a little bit ironic, just because for 3 years, my tone has been, I'm ready to graduate, but now, like, when I'm actually about to graduate, I feel like I'm not ready, which is funny. But I guess that's what maturing does to you. Maturing makes you see, like, oh, maybe I'm not actually ready to do all this stuff. But I for sure was not ready to graduate during my freshman and sophomore years. Like, I think back on those years, and I was really immature in my freshman year of high school, I have to say. Like, not immature in, like, the obnoxious sense, but immature just in, like, the worldly sense. Like, I just didn't really know anything, if that makes sense. But, like, I thought I knew everything. I mean, there's a phrase, ask a teenager while they still know everything, which I think is very, very true. But I just didn't really, like, have a direction then, and that's really been the difference, I think, because I've noticed a lot of personal development happening in myself, especially over the last few months. And I asked myself, like, why, and, like, why have I matured, like, to this extent? versus like, in other years. And basically, I've kind of come to the conclusion that it's because I have a passion and a direction and motivation. I know what I want to do, and I'm doing it largely already. And I have that drive and that purpose. And I didn't really have that before. Like, I definitely had interests and likes and all that. And, who doesn't? But I never really felt like passionate about anything specific. I was just kind of all over the place. So I think that was really my barrier, was I just didn't really know, what I was passionate about, what I wanted to do in my life, which, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, that's all, what growing up, you're supposed to figure that out. And, you're not going to know, like, instantly. Some people do, but most people don't. So I figured it out now, and it's cool because I've just seen a lot of growth in myself, a lot of change, like really positive things. Because actually the other day I have a written blog, if you guys didn't know, and I was reading through like some of the old posts. I've only had a blog for like 5 months, so I really haven't had a blog for like that long. So I was reading through it, and I was just really surprised by some of the things that I said, because I was just reading it and I was like, I would never type or write half of these things anymore. Like, I never would say half this stuff. Which I thought was kind of strange, just because it wasn't that long ago that I actually wrote it. It wasn't like I'm looking back on something I wrote in like middle school. Like, this was just a couple of months ago. And I'm saying, wow, I don't really feel like I even connect with this anymore. Which is, it's cool though, just because I see myself progressing really fast. And that's interesting. But yeah, it's just, what's really helped me and what's really given me that sense of purpose is really just like figuring out what I wanted to do and having that, that pathway. And I have it. So it's pretty cool. So that's like, if anybody is struggling with that kind of stuff, that's what I would suggest. Just figure out what it is you actually want to do with your life, or even, even if it's not with your life, just with your time. What is something that you really want to do, that you feel passionate about, and all that. And figure that out and do it, basically. I can't give any better advice. I've gotten involved in so many extracurriculars and doing a paid internship right now and all kinds of stuff. So, just get involved and do the things that you want to do. Yeah. So, okay, I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!